Mike Rose's early sculptural work was abstract, aggressive and angular, which was due in some degree to the influence of being a part of the new generation at St. Martin's School of Art. But he came to realise that it was a radical move, and that a more figurative approach would more effectively reflect his ideas and feelings. So when he was invited to build an installation at Broomhill Sculpture Park in Devon, it strongly reflected this approach. The body of work titled "Welcome to the Third Millennium" was Mike's response to the rhetoric and hype that heralded the coming of the new millennium, promising a new beginning and a prosperous and more peaceful world, as if changing the date on the calendar could achieve such a thing. However, the world did change, but not as predicted. Humanity seemed to undergo a kind of radical inversion, and the hoped-for future evaporated into a vision of violence, destruction, and the regrouping of ideologies, all set against the background of a planet struggling to support the life that inhabits it.
Taking a poor innocent child and turning it into a weapon of war is unacceptable by any standards.
The Madonna and Child represents a vivid expression of Mike's disillusionment with the state of our planet and humanity's impotence. As he explains, all the Abrahamic religions speak of peace and paradise, yet when it comes to it, they're only too eager to shed blood and spread destruction at the slightest provocation, while politicians are, for the most part, simply too weak, corrupt or self-serving to achieve anything constructive for any kind of sustainable future.
I wanted to get the idea of some expression of, my own time, the time which I live, and what was going on in it. Terrorist acts, unrest, people in the street throwing bombs. To me, there was a futility in it. I like the idea of having the head being anonymous, but being anonymous and nothing in it, because in the same way that all this energy is being used up, it's futile in so much that it doesn't change anything, and so it's, I suppose, an expression of anger rather than trying to achieve something. Well, this work is possibly one of my most favourite pieces. It has very strong ties with my life. When I was 4, I experienced a tragedy in my family, which was followed by grieving that was very hard to come to terms with as a child.
This 3-part sculpture, Reflections of the Moon, forms the centre of the exhibition, focusing on grief and the pain and anger of loss which it evokes. It is a more personal reflection on the way in which any acts of violence and aggression impact on the individual and society as a whole.